God is saying to you today, Jesus the bread of life. When they discovered him on the alternative facet of the lake, they requested him, Rabbi, why did you get right here? Jesus answered, very clearly I inform you, you're seeking out me, now no longer due to the fact. You noticed the symptoms and symptoms. I finished however due to the fact. You ate the loaves and had your fill. Do now no longer paintings for meals that spoils, however for meals that endures to everlasting lifestyles, which the Son of Man will supply you. For on him God the Father has located his seal of approval. Then they requested him, what ought we do to do the works God requires? Jesus answered, the paintings of God is this, to accept as true within inside the one he has dispatched. So they requested him, what signal then will you supply, that we might also additionally see it, and accept as true with you? What will you do? Our ancestors ate the manna within inside the wilderness. As it's miles written, he gave them bread from heaven to devour. Quote, Jesus stated to them, very clearly I inform you, it isn't always Moses who has given you the bread from heaven, however it's miles my Father who offers you the genuine bread from heaven. For the bread of God is the bread that comes down from heaven, and offers lifestyles to the world. Sir, they stated, continually supply us this bread. Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of lifestyles. Whoever involves me will in no way pass hungry, and whoever believes in me will in no way be thirsty. But as I informed you, you've got visible me, and nonetheless you do now no longer accept as true with. All the ones the Father offers me will come to me, and whoever involves me, I will in no way pressure away. For I actually have come down from heaven, now no longer to do my will however, to do the need of him who dispatched me. And that is the need of him who dispatched me, that I shall lose none of all the ones he has given me, however improve them up on the final day. For my Father's will is that everybody who appears to the Son, and believes in him shall have everlasting lifestyles, and I will improve them up on the final day. At this the Jews there started to grouse, approximately him due to the fact he stated, I am the bread that got here down from heaven. They stated, is this now no longer Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose mother and father we know? How can he now say, I got here down from heaven? Stop grumbling amongst yourselves, Jesus answered. No, you could come to me until the Father, who dispatched me attracts them, and I will improve them up on the final day. It is written within inside the prophets, they will all gain knowledge of through God. Everyone who has heard the Father, and found out from him involves me. No one has visible the Father besides the only who's from God. Most effective he has visible the Father. Very clearly I inform you, the only who believes has everlasting lifestyles. I am the bread of lifestyles. Your ancestors ate the manna within inside the wilderness, but they died. But right here is the bread that comes down from heaven, which everybody might also additionally devour and now no longer die. I am the residing bread that got here down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will stay forever. This bread is my flesh, which I will supply for the lifestyles of the world. Then the Jews started to argue sharply amongst themselves, how can this guy supply us his flesh to devour? Jesus stated to them, very clearly I inform you, until you devour the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you don't have any lifestyles in you. Whoever eats my flesh and beverages my blood has everlasting lifestyles, and I will improve them up on the final day. For my flesh is actual meals and my blood is actual drink. Whoever eats my flesh and beverages my blood stays in me, and I in them. Just because the residing Father dispatched me, and I stay due to the Father, so the only who feeds on me will stay due to me. This is the bread that got here down from heaven. Your ancestors ate manna and died. However, whoever feeds in this bread will stay forever. He stated this whilst coaching withinside the synagogue in Capernaum. Many disciples desired Jesus. On hearing it, many of his disciples said, "This is a hard teaching. Who can accept it?" Aware that his disciples were grumbling about this, Jesus said to them, "Does this offend you? Then what if you see the Son of Man ascend to where he was before? The Spirit gives life. The flesh counts for nothing. The words I have spoken to you, they're full of the Spirit and life. Yet there are some of you who do not believe." For Jesus had known from the beginning which of them did not believe and who would betray him. He went on to say, "This is why I told you that no one can come to me unless the Father has enabled them." From this time many of his disciples turned back and no longer followed him. You do not want to leave too, do you? Jesus asked the 12. Simon Peter answered him, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. We have come to believe and to know that you are the Holy One of God." Then Jesus replied, "Have I not chosen you, the 12? Yet one of you is a devil." He meant Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, who, though one of the 12, was later to betray him.